everyone, welcome back to Modern Retro Gal. My name's JL. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I haven't done one of these in a very long time, so this is going to be a get ready with me, and I think I'm going to do like a spring blues kind of look. So yeah, we're just going to be putting some makeup on and chatting, and I'll just kind of catch you guys up on things that have been going on in life right now. So hence the reason why I'm fresh-faced, just did my skincare for the day. I have to go and run a few errands today. So I thought I would just bring you along the ride of me getting ready. So this won't be like a super step-by-step tutorial, but you'll be able to reference this video again and see. So I'm going to start with just putting a little bit of lip oil on just to get things rolling so that my lips will be nice and hydrated for when it's time for lip product. So yeah, things have been hectic over here. If you did not see my last video, which I thought was a pretty good one, so be sure to go back and watch that. I'll have it on the end card. We are remodeling our bathroom, and so yeah, my upload schedule is going to be a little bit crazy here for the next month or so. I am just putting on a green corrector right now because I have a lot of redness. So yeah, it's gonna be, I need to put my hair back. So yeah, it's gonna be a little chaotic upload schedule until probably the end of this month. I think hopefully next week we'll start tile. It's a full gutted bathroom remodel. So yeah, so hopefully next week tile will start, and I will be gone for most of that. I leave a week from today when I'm filming this. This will probably be up on Friday. But yeah, I'll be leaving in a week for Viva Las Vegas, Rockabilly Weekender. I'm so excited. It's been 3 long years since I've been. Missed the last 2 years, obviously, because of COVID. So I'm just very excited. I get to see my Jennifer again. And Colleen, our friend Colleen, is going to be there again. If you follow Jennifer, you've probably seen Colleen in a video or two. And yeah, just getting to see like all of our vintage friends is going to be just awesome. So I'm very, very excited for that. So that's kind of part of the errands that I have to do today, is just some last minute things, and I'm trying to get all of my errands done this week and sort of things done by the weekend so that Monday and Tuesday I can really just focus on packing and make sure that I don't forget anything or like stress out or whatever. So so yeah, this is my new favorite base product that I have been using. I think I talked about this in a favorites for last year, but yeah, I have just become like obsessed with this. I love the way it lays on my skin. I love the coverage. If I wanted a little bit more coverage just from this product itself, I could put on another layer or kind of dab it in places where I felt like I needed a little bit more coverage, but yeah, one is typically good enough just kind of for everyday makeup, and I just personally like blending it in with my fingers, my hands. I think it works better than with a brush. A little bit messier, but that's okay. So yeah, I'm very, very excited for Viva again. I can't wait. Definitely have been, I think I just put concealer in my eye. That was smart. Just been needing that a getaway, of late. So yeah. What else? I just cleaned my brushes. One, because they needed it. Where did I just put that brush? Two, because it's, oh, right in front of me. Because it's spring and it's a good time to remember to clean your brushes if you haven't lately. So I didn't do any under eye correcting because I'm not doing, I mean, I'm doing a full face of makeup, but I just didn't really feel like my eyes needed it today. They're not that bad. So yeah. So that is kind of what is happening in the here and now. But yeah, we've just been, you know, plugging along. I am so rusty for doing any kind of get ready with me. It's been a while, you guys. But yeah, so those are kind of like the two big things that we have going on. And then this year is hubby and I's 20th wedding anniversary. And so this summer we are going to Paris to celebrate. We decided to go during summer so that we can bring the kids. They have been really interested in international travel, and now that they are older, they're much easier to travel with. So we're very excited to go. It's our first time anywhere in Europe. Neither of us have been anywhere in Europe. We've been to Canada, Mexico, Bahamas, but yeah, never Europe. So I'm very excited for that. A lot of planning, very like nervous and anxious about it, but also very, very excited. So, of course, we're going to Disneyland Paris. I mean, how could I not? And so I am just like beyond excited for that, along with Paris itself. You know, it's all gonna be great. But I mean, Disneyland Paris, I have heard that the castle there is like the best castle out of all of the parks, even the like international and domestic parks, that it's just like amazing. So I'm very, very excited. We're actually, for the first part of our stay, we are staying really close to Disneyland Paris, and then the second half we'll be staying in the like city proper of Paris. So it's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to go. This has been more than a year in planning. We were actually originally going to go last year in October, and then around I think March last year we had to decide whether or not we were going to really go in 2021, because the timeshare that we're using, if you're going to make any changes, you had to make them 6 months in advance. And back in March, international travel, at least from the US, wasn't being allowed yet in France. They weren't open yet for tourists. And so we had to kind of like make the decision whether or not we were going to postpone it or not. So we ended up deciding to go ahead and postpone it. Plus at that point, the schools here were back open and our son had started high school, and it was going to be really difficult to pull him out of school for as long as we were going, and not have him be penalized. So we decided to wait until summer. In case you're curious, I'm going to have everything that I'm using listed down below, but in case you're curious, for the kind of bronzy contour that I did, I used the Charlotte Tilbury Filmstar Bronze and Glow. I've talked about this before. I love this like bronzy contour. And then for my blush, this is from Jouer. It is the blush duo in Adore. So I just mix those two shades together, and I really like it just kind of for every day. So we are still taking recommendations for any and all things Paris. So if you have ever been, please feel free to drop recommendations down below. We're definitely going to kind of do, you know, all the like touristy things that people want to do when they're in Paris, but we also want to see kind of like some not so touristy areas, you know, just places that are really like pretty to visit, but we're also going to do the very like touristy things, of course, all the things that you dream of doing in Paris when you want to go. So very, very excited for that. So that's really our big summer plans this year is Paris. I think we're going to do 1 or 2 small camping trips. My husband is still trying to get me to enjoy and love camping. I'm not a camper. Never have been, but he's trying, and since he's willing to do all of the Disney things with me for the most part, I am trying to be positive about camping in return. So yeah, I don't do tent camping though. That's like where I draw the line. I just have too much wrong with me to be comfortable in a tent. I just need a little bit more of a structure surrounding me. So there's this company that we found, and they are sort of like an Airbnb for trailer rentals. And so people basically, like, if they have a trailer that they don't like use a lot, they can rent it out. So it's sort of like an Airbnb for trailers. And so we've used them before, and it worked out really good. So we can just rent the trailer. They come and set it up for you, and then they come and bring it down. Like, it's basically like the owners of the trailer do. Most of the time. I think there's like some instances where the owner may not do that, and then you just have to pull it yourself and do it. But a lot of them, it's part of the whole rental thing is that they'll do it for you, which is advantageous for them, because then they don't have to worry about somebody who's maybe inexperienced with a trailer messing anything up. So yeah, but we'll be doing it. We have one trip I think booked for right before we go to Paris, and then I think maybe we're gonna try and plan one for after, like right before the kids go back to school. We've got 2 months, less than 2 months. Yeah, 2 months of school, somewhere around there. My kids get out early, a lot earlier, I think, than other places. We get out the very end of May is when they're done with school. But we start crazy early. We usually start either like the 2nd or 3rd week of August is when they go back to school. A lot of it, I guess, has to do with like SAT submissions for colleges. They have made the submissions so early that that a lot of kids are not able to get their SATs done or retaken before the deadlines. So the schools, at least where we are, have started really early. It's annoying. I hate it. I feel like we really get like robbed of a summer because they have to start so early, but that's just life, I guess. Okay, so that's the whole base. So now for eyeshadow, I'm gonna go in and use my Club Babaloo from the I Love Lucy collab that Besame did, because I'm gonna use this shimmery baby blue right here, but yeah, we're gonna go in with just like this neutral shadow first to go all over the eye. But yeah, so that's summer. So what about all y'all out there? Do you have anything planned for summer? Are you just going to be hanging out? I know some people are still really nervous about travel, which I totally understand. I'm still a little nervous and anxious about, I guess, about traveling to France, to Paris, but I've kind of been keeping up on a lot of like travel groups, and so it kind of seems like things are sort of gonna be okay. I hope. But yeah, I think it'll be fine. For a while they were pretty strict with testing to go in and out of the country, or vaccination status, so I think we'll be fine. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any fun travel plans for this summer. So really with this blue, I just kind of like slap it on. But I just basically, I start at the lash line when I do these sorts of like just bright-eyed looks, and I just sort of create like a dome shape, almost like a rainbow, like arc dome shape for the eye. It's just kind of easy peasy kind of a look that I like to do. So really, how are you guys doing? If I'll be honest, the last month has been extra super hard. I think we just, because we have so much going on, it just kind of really got to me. So I actually started taking my antidepressant again, just like a really low dose. I just felt like I just kind of needed like a little extra help. And it's already been making like a huge difference. It's not like my problems have gone away, but I can cope and deal with it a lot better. Now I'm going to take a Jouer palette. This is the Springtime in Paris Matte and Shimmers. This is a really pretty palette. I really like this one. And I'm going to take this deep kind of shimmery blue. It's called Midnight. And I'm going to use this for my liner. I'm just taking a tiny angle brush to do this. But yeah, I have just been, I've noticed really just like after probably like even just like 2 days, the first 2 days I was taking it, I just felt like much more in control of the way I was feeling, and that life wasn't caving in on me anymore. So yeah, if you've ever taken medication before and you felt like you were okay to stop, and then you just started to feel really overwhelmed again, talk to your doctor about maybe trying it again, because sometimes we just need a little bit of help, and that's okay. And it's not a failure to have to start again. It's been a rough couple of years for a lot of us, and there's a lot of craziness still going on. So sometimes you just need a little extra help. So, yeah. And it's okay to talk about it. Find somebody that you can talk to about it. And if you don't have anybody that you feel like really understands, there's always resources. Like there's even like toll-free, like 800 numbers a lot of times, that you can find that you can talk to somebody on the phone. If you're just really struggling and you need some help. I just know so many people right now that are just going through a lot and having a really hard time. And so, yeah, I think we just all need to check in on one another, check in on ourselves too. And that's okay. It's important. It's part of self-care. To check in on yourself and be real. So yeah, just super, super simple. I did start getting eyelash extensions. So I'm not going to be doing mascara, at least not on my top lashes. I just get what they call a classic set, and they're kind of specifically, like the curl and the length of the lashes are sort of specific like to my eye and to my lashes. So I really like them. Having a lot of fun. I think I actually want to do a little bit of liner on my lower lashes and then do some mascara too. Just for a little more balance, since this is like a really bright kind of light blue. I think I just need a little something underneath to kind of ground the look. But yeah, so that's just kind of what's been going on in my life. Something that I kind of always planned on doing a video about, and I just never did it. And now we're like 3 years later, and I feel like I sort of talked about it a little bit, maybe in videos, but I can't really remember. But 3 years I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I do not have a really aggressive form. And so I'm thankful for that, but I do deal with things with that. And yeah, thankfully over the past 3 years, with my medication that I have to take for that, it's been stable. I haven't had any major flare-ups that required hospitalization or steroid intervention, which is great. It hasn't progressed. It's just sort of part of my life now. But yeah, it was sort of like a crazy time. And so if you know someone with MS, or if you have MS, just know like there are plenty of us out there who are here for support, and you're not alone in it. It's really not that, I feel like it's not as uncommon of a thing. Not that it's common or uncommon, but I feel like there's just a lot more people now who are being a lot more open about being diagnosed. And it's not like, it's not the end of the world. Every sort of, there's different forms of MS, like there's different categories. And so, man, I took all my lip liners, put them in my kit because I had a bridal trial. So we'll be doing this Sans lip liner today because I don't have the right one. I guess I could maybe use this one. But yeah, like people like Selma Blair, she has a much more advanced form of MS. And coincidentally, I was actually in the hospital and they were trying to figure out what was wrong with me when she finally made the formal announcement that she had MS. And I was just kind of like, oh, I think this is what it is. By the time I had to go into the hospital, I was pretty sure that's what it was going to be. They looked at my scans and basically said, like, it's either an autoimmune disorder, which when I looked everything up, the only one that made sense was MS, or I had cancer. I don't mean to laugh, but you know, whenever you look up MD, you either have cancer and you're dying, or you have like a splinter. It's like, there's never any in between. So yeah. But it's been, thankfully, it's been very manageable. Things still come up here and there that I deal with it. I'm much more cold and heat sensitive. I deal with a lot of fatigue. I deal with a lot of nerve pain. Which I kind of had before because I do have a joint issue that I was born with, but I feel like it's all sort of just exasperated now. So yeah. But I have a really amazing neurologist. He's extremely proactive. He kept me in the hospital for 5 days when they were trying to figure out what was wrong, because he just wanted me there so that they could do as much testing as possible. So I'm very thankful for that. For lips, I did the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in Babaloo. I got this recommendation from Kiko, if you follow Kiko Lynn on Instagram. This is a lip color that she uses all the time, and this is just like my perfect sort of like rosy pink that I can put with that doesn't really like clash with a lot of eye looks. So this is my Spring Blues look. I think I'm gonna do a little more blush. I think we need a little more blush. But yeah, so I'm doing well with that. It does bring in sometimes issues like because of fatigue, with my depression, and everything. And so one also bonus to going back on my antidepressant is that because Prozac is more of a stimulant, I'm quite awake now. Bonus. Yep, that's better. And I throw blush kind of everywhere because I like to balance the look. So yeah, so that's it. I think I have taken up enough of your time. I have to go and try and figure out if I'm doing anything else with my hair before I go and run errands. But yeah, so this is the look. Thank you so much for sticking with me. If you are not subscribed already, I would love to have you as a subscriber. So click the link down below. And yeah, I am going to try and get out a somewhat simple video next week before before I leave on Wednesday. So we'll see. That means I have to film like Monday and spend all of Tuesday editing and uploading or something. But yeah, that's it for me. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you all are doing really good. All right, see you guys soon.